The telecommunications industry is undergoing a major revolution. New technologies, products, and business models are making shambles of the existing usage tracking, billing, and fraud prevention measures, all of which require a fresh approach to revenue assurance.
Revenue assurance managers are forced on almost a daily basis to re-examine and re-evaluate their capabilities and constantly try to figure out how best to assure that all of the revenue earned are being collected across a broad range of technological, operational, and organizational frontiers.
What this means is that now, more than ever before, revenue assurance managers are in the need of new tools, techniques, and approaches to the traditional revenue assurance mission. In order to provide more insights on revenue assurance, we have with us our next speaker, Mr. Louis Khor, Director of Research and Industry Analysis, GRAPA, who would be discussing on the topic Revenue Assurance Coming of Age. Sir, may we please have you on stage?
New Paradigm Resources Group, one of the premier telecom analyst firms in the US, where he authored reports on domestic commercial telecom, specializing in forward-looking markets and technologies such as fixed wireless, DOCSIS 3.0, and Metro Ethernet. Since joining GRAPA's executive team, he has been responsible not only for messaging and communications, but has been instrumental in helping set strategic direction for the next phase of GRAPA's growth. We welcome you, sir, to Communique 09.
I now request you, sir, to kindly preside over the session.
I'm Louis Khor, Director of Research and Industry Analysis for GRAPA, the Global Revenue Assurance Professional Association. Okay? And I'm here today to talk to you about revenue assurance. All of us understand that we've been going through, to put it mildly, difficult economic times. Okay? And during these times, departments in all sectors, not least telecoms, okay, have been shrinking, cutting, retrenching, and yet revenue assurance departments are growing and adding staff, okay? And even now, they are continuing to do so even as the recovery begins. Okay, so how is revenue assurance, the revenue assurance function, able to defy gravity in this way? All, despite where you are in the business cycle, it seems to be doing well. Okay? How has RA become so central to telecom's operations? At least part of it is because GRAPA has a vision of revenue assurance that is about owning revenue. Okay? Taking confident ownership of an important and yet not well understood aspect of telecom operations. You've heard about me already, but just to go through it again, I joined GRAPA's executive team early in 2009. I'm currently responsible for messaging and communications, as well as compiling industry research and doing quantitative analysis on the revenue assurance sector. GRAPA is, very simply, the largest revenue assurance association in the world. Okay? We publish an internationally ratified standard for the practice of revenue assurance. We offer certification of professionals. That includes training, testing, and verification of work experience. But really, what our central mission is the professionalization of the revenue assurance function, okay, of telecommunications revenue assurance. And you need to understand why that's necessary, why you do need professionalization in revenue assurance. Because I do quantitative analysis, I know that about a third of the people who work in revenue assurance are from finance, a third are from IT, a third are from network. Okay? When you get those three kinds of people in a room together, they don't always speak the same language. Okay? They have different objectives, they see things differently, they are from different backgrounds. They do things differently, and yet all these functions are necessary to perform revenue assurance. If not, they wouldn't all be doing that job. Okay? So it's a complicated function that they perform, and yet no one grows up saying, I want to do revenue assurance when I grow up. Okay? No one goes to school for revenue assurance. So you take the people that you have with the training they have, and you need to change it so that they can perform the function collectively with their various skills. GRAPA currently has about 2,900 registered members, which we estimate to be about a third of the revenue assurance professionals all over the world. Okay? Our members are from 160 countries and 1,200 operating companies. Interestingly, India makes up GRAPA's single largest group of members. Okay? And I want to talk a bit about why that is. Because slowly but surely, over time, this has just happened. Okay? Indians are running telcos all over the world. Okay? Especially in certain parts of the world, when you walk into a telco and you want to find out what's going on, what really is happening at the telco, you're not going to find out until you talk to an Indian. Okay? Because they are the ones who know how things work. They are the ones who make things happen. They are at the forefront of telecoms. You are. Okay? And you make up the backbone of this industry. And this is part of a broader trend in Asian telecoms. Okay? You can't imagine how many old world, rich world telcos that are large and bloated and badly run. Okay? These are people who are stuck with outdated ideas of how telcos should be run. They think, we invented it, how can anyone do it better than us? Okay? So they have high headcounts, low productivity, high labor costs, enormous pension liabilities. Okay? On the other hand, Asian telcos are the ones who are making acquisitions all over the world. And they're making acquisitions where everyone else fears to tread. Okay? In the developing world, where all the profits are. So, GRAPA's standards, our current set of standards, were ratified by our global membership in January of 2009 and then published. The Revenue Assurance Standards 2009 is a 200-plus page book. And since ratification, about 2,000 copies have been distributed worldwide. Everyone in this audience, especially the students, okay, you are encouraged to download a copy from grapatel.com. Okay? It is free for all GRAPA members, and membership of GRAPA is free. And the reason for that is very simple. Okay? We do not represent telcos. GRAPA does not represent telcos. We represent the people who do the work. Okay? We represent the professionals. And our membership comes from such a diverse set of situations and living standards. It has to be free. The barriers to entry must be low in that sense. Okay? In order for us to truly represent the profession, regardless of geography and economic circumstance. Okay? Who does GRAPA help? Okay? Again, we are not a telco association, we are a professional association. Okay? But we support